Great guys, here we're going to do Act 4 of Ninja Gaiden 2, and we're going to start ourselves off with another cutscene involving that throbbing purple sword. And if anyone out there had any doubts whatsoever about the real theme of this game, being Ryu's homoerotic love-hate affair with his constant revolving door of enemies. And I'm just reminded once again that in each and every game I've seen thus far, Ryu's mysterious benefactors are far, far better informed than him. Okay, now they're just cock-blocking Ashtar, that's wrong. I've never heard it called an underground maze before. You're going to notice a bit of a skip here. I had to trim 10 seconds out of the video to get it to fit on YouTube. So all you've missed is me completely fucking up this section and the getting destroyed by the bizarre pink pigming monkey things, whatever the fuck they are. And I have no idea. There's something. And the evil bats. You'll notice the explosions constantly from those balls of fire that come up. I don't know what the hell they tampered into them to make them explode like that. Unless great balls of fire is some sort of metaphor for chlamydia, which is, I'm not going to put it past this game at this point. And yes, there are an inordinate number of psychotic monkey things in this level. And yes, I am a goddamn idiot, because what I'm trying to do here is get past the ball of fire without having to fight the fucking thing. Which means you need to time the hit just right to jump out and land on the platform but get under it. Which I managed there on about the 5th attempt. And now generic enemies making a return. The goddamn respawning in this game is fucking annoying. You only have to wander a couple of pixels off screen and everything that you've just killed respawns to try and kill you again. It would help if I was actually any good at the platforming sections in this, but I'm not. As you can see right there. Repeatedly. Bit of luck manipulation there. And yet this section, well, actually this entire game from about here on in, gets really unfriendly with the setup kills. Pointless reload there. A lot of stuff doesn't directly kill you, it just puts you in a situation where your death is pretty much assured. Like if you get hit with the fireball on some of these platforms, all it will do is knock you straight into the flames down the bottom. It's another ninjutsu power-up. I need more throwing stars. Always more throwing stars. I grew up playing Shinobi. You can never have too many throwing stars in that game. Now we appear to have stumbled into some underground demon river or some shit. Fucked if I know what it is. Fucked if I know why there's prison escapees trying to shiv me right now. And yet the water does actually have currents that throws you back and forth. And yes, those slimes are goddamn vindictive. I'm also a goddamn idiot for missing this jump so many fucking times. In my defense, I was very... well, not very drunk, but moderately drunk when I recorded this. I actually remember recording it, so I couldn't have been that drunk. And you'll see I've fucked up, I've grabbed the wrong power up here. I should have stuck with the shurikens. And that's what you gotta watch out for in this section. Those little bits where the water flows up and down count as walls. If you get too close to them, you will latch on and lose your ability to attack normally. Like you're seeing here. As I desperately try to get myself out of a situation I save-stated myself into. Like that. This is really hammering home just how lazy I've gotten with playing properly. The inevitable underground water platforming shit. It's been taking... Yeah, you'll notice I reloaded there because I picked up the wrong goddamn power-up. nothing in this game compares to the boomerang shurikens of Satan. And very little... fucking gibbons. Seriously, what the fuck is their problem? They are apes, they are supposed to be friendly, they are not supposed to do that to me. So yeah, I'm gonna get lazy with actually doing this shit properly, and just start killing these. You'll actually notice the respawn works in your favour a couple of times. If you can get far enough away from enemies, they despawn. And yes, that knife-wielding maniac did just leap through the fucking walls. Some sort of kobold troglodyte creature there. Okay, I'm convinced that's not actually a gibbon, it's some sort of rat-monkey hybrid, and it's out for revenge on the world for creating it in the first place. And it too is possessed of the ability to run through walls, which is, you know, clearly an unfair superpower since our ninja can't even attempt such a thing. And yet you'll notice I should have actually thought this through a little bit better and, you know, let it kill itself. Because, you know, clearly it's in some sort of suicidal agony and just wants it all to be over. I actually got that bit right there for once, which is shocking to me as well, I know. I'm not entirely incapable when it comes to game playing, just mostly. And our Pumpkinhead friend is back with no more intelligence than he had last time since he just walked off a fucking cliff. And yes, you'll see me, because I'm not used to actually using save states in this fashion, I'm fucking up and saving a lot of times in situations where things are going really badly for me. Like just there where I've managed to pick up the power-up I didn't want. And I'm lucky it spawns with that end one there. So it's going to take me about 3.5 minutes to beat this boss because mostly because I keep fucking things up and it took me a while to remember how you're actually meant to beat this stupid thing. There's a trick to it and you'll actually notice in a couple of minutes. I've no idea what the fuck that thing in the center is supposed to be. Well, you'll notice in a couple of minutes when I stop getting my ass kicked and start actually using the pattern you're supposed to beat the boss instead of repeatedly leaping to my death in bottomless pits. And something about this game you'll notice is that when you're on the walls you don't actually take knockback damage. And in fact it doesn't give you any visual indication at all that you've been hit. And doesn't give you a huge amount away and sound is buried kind of beneath the background music. So, you know, when you're clinging on walls, it's very easy to not recognise that you've just had half your health taken off you. Because contact damage in this game is quite frequently a bigger bitch than actually taking the hits normally. So I'm just going to leap around and be an idiot here and get pimp slapped by the giant pink demonic fanged skull, whatever the fuck that thing is. And yeah, a lot of hits in this game will not directly kill you, they will just set you up to die horribly in humiliating fashions. I'm getting very used to this fact right now. Particularly since, as I've ranted on about repeatedly, the game has... shall we say... you actually can't jump backwards the same way you jump forwards. You have only about half to a third the range when you're leaping backwards. And here you'll see me starting to get serious about actually beating this fucking thing. It's got a very simple, predictable pattern when you think. And when you don't do stupid shit like leap down a chasm. As I'm doing repeatedly here to demonstrate the value of not being me. Yeah, beating the boss is a very simple pattern. You leap back and forth from one set to the other, so that you're always in the spot it can't attack from. It doesn't throw anything to screw up your jumping, you just give it a couple of hits, jump down. I actually brought the wrong power-up for this fight. I should have brought one of the ones that fires up diagonally at an angle. I could have finished this boss in about 10 seconds. which I should have known because I've beaten it often enough, but I didn't think that one through, and subsequently I'm making an ass of myself here. Though for once I'm actually finishing a stage with ninja power left over. Now I think that should be fucking obvious by now, Ryu. He wants your dick. Okay, now we've started with the rape threats, this just isn't cool. And the indecent exposure. I don't know what's worse. That I can make these jokes about the game because they're so easy, or that I'm apparently capable of thinking these things up.